Hey guys, it's that time again. DRPG is dropping another event schedule, and I'm here to talk about it. This time around, we're gonna have a raid against Desco again. I think. I'm gonna assume so. For those of you who haven't ever versed Xenodesco, it's quite easy. You just fight Xenodesco and nuke her. We have an Overlord Fest with Calamity Adele, who I will bring up right now. There he is, you see. And now I will just glaze over his wiki, and we will see how great he is. I'm not going to go in too much depth. If you really want more depth, ask me in the comments. So, yeah. He is going to be in the badass overlord type of banner. So it already means he's going to bring in the pain at that 15 million attack stat that everyone loves so much. He is a fist user. If he is on your team, his leader skill would be for rooks, and only rooks. Boost their base stats by 18, so if you're a rook lover, this is the man for you. Other than that, he boosts himself over and over and over again through his own shit. I'll explain later if you want more information on him. Let's see, he can also attack with Anthropophagy. That's his first move. Raises attack by 15% to himself and heals himself. And if he kills something, his action gauge jumps by 1,000, so that means he gets an instant turn every time he murders. So, in that way, maybe he can just wipe wave after wave on his own. As long as he one-shots. That's not bad. After that, he has a nice AoE that knocks down 10% of enemies' attack. And then he has another AoE that boosts his base stats by at least 25%. And then, I guess he takes the enemy's speed down by 15 to 20%, because I don't know why he would do that to himself. I might be reading it wrong. And his NA3 is an S+ move, a fire, and if it crits, you get 10% more skill power damage. So if you're versing someone weak to fire, he's also your man. Magic-wise, he brings you some Mega Braveheart. He has Mega Fire, but he ain't a mage. And, that's all that's interesting about him to me. Next, we have, let me see. A boop. He's gone. We have an Endless Defense battle, in which, with selected bonus units, I believe, you can get currency for stuff that you would get as item world items, like the metal printies and the population boosters and all that. Now's your chance to continue to build your points for that, because you should still have some from last month if you didn't, like, blow it all. Character gates, no one new happens this month. It's just Bloodis, Pure Flan, Majin Etna, Sister Artina, Bringer X, and Awaken to Callidia. Everything everyone should already have a copy of or near any tent. By now. If you're new, comment down below and I'll explain exactly what character gates are. We have a special item world event and bills coming up too on the 2nd. So, I will assume that's just our usual legendary up. And the bills, probably ×3 drop or something. Then we have an event review firework event. Our event review has been, like, off for a little while. So you couldn't get the little orbs to get the free-to-plays, which has bothered me. And then they have a UTD Bishop summon to get more Bishop-type characters, which gets up your symbol for Bishop and lets you do their little UTD event, which would get you more mana potions, just in case you didn't know. Then they have a firework pickup summon. I don't know who's in that one. Or I'd post it. A Mao modification summon. Mao, Easter Mao. But maybe it's an Easter Mao thing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm the best source of information. Swimsuit pickup summon also happens on the 9th. And I feel like that's probably going to be swimsuit, flan, and Meaver and stuff again. You know why? Because we have a swimsuit event that has its own summon for the new swimsuit people of Swimsuit Fuka and Raspberry, who I can show you right now. Fuka. Ain't she hot? Raspberry. Jumping right out of Fuka's cleavage right there. If you like your water let me double check. Fuka comes to us with a bow and arrow. And she pushes up everyone's speed by 5%. Doesn't matter what type. That's nice. Also, she has, if there are 3 more surviving allies, everybody gets attack and defense plus 25%. Also very nice. Here, NE5 gives ally with the lowest action gauge to start of the turn plus 200. So I guess a little helpful on the fish or something. And her NE7, all allies, if all humanoids are in the party, get 20% extra skill damage. Not bad at all. Her first move for skills, it's a party-wide one that can boost attack and speed. Attack can go from 25 to 40, and speed from 10 to 15. That stacks, I bet. Then she has an AoE attack that ruins enemies' defenses by 5%. And then her Sea God Prinidon at NE3. Her S plus nuke to herself. Wait. Okay, it's a water attack, but they're targeting. It's weird. Skill power increases potential to percentage of remaining HP. Okay. So if she's fully healed, this will do massive water damage. Got it. Magic-wise, she'll break armor up to Mega Armor Break on Weapon Mastery 22. And she'll throw Omega Eyes. She's not magical, though. At least she shouldn't be. No, she's more attack-based at 13 mil. Raspberry, on the other hand, is a monster type, physical. Her attack's a bit worse, though, at 12 million. She has decently high resistance, though, at 13 million. If she is on the team, all bishop allies get 15% more stats. And at any one, all bishop-type allies start the turn with 12 more SP. That could be very nice. Get your moves out faster. Any 5, if 2 or more enemies that are alive at the start of the wave, her action gauge jumps by 150. Okay, nice. And then her any 7, all bishop allies get more critical damage by 25%, which could be a big deal for your raids. But bishop. I can't think of a super bishop at the moment to say that that one would be the best thing. Her moves, though. Her first one, boost attack and INT by 50. If bishop, they get more crit damage by 5 to 10%. Aha! Another great thing for bishops. Speed for the party goes up by 3% in the next move. And it's AoE water move to the enemy. Can't argue with speed. And then her NE3 is a single nuke that debuffs enemies' attack and INT by 30% and makes them slower and their action gauge by 300%, which could come in handy. So you can get like an extra turn on an enemy. And then her she does some armor breaking and some ice magic. Then we have our freebie Amane, who I can show you now. Boop, boop, beep. There she is. Let me get back to the... There we go. Amane, if it would load, for me, is a spear user, as you can clearly see from her image. Human type. And because she's a free unit, she's at like 12 mil attack, but she's probably got some nice niche use, or she'll be very good for newbies anyway. Oh yeah, here we go. Her leader skill doesn't care about what symbol you are, and boosts your defense and resistance by 14%. More survivability, love it. Her NE1 to all allies. At the end of turn, allies with the attack buff active gain 20% more attack. Defense, I mean. Which is good. Because, yeah, you're gonna have your people buffed a lot in this game. So, most likely you'll have an attack buff. Okay. Her NE5, all allies fire damage received by negative 15%. Niche. We don't get hit by fire magic like 99% of the time or anything. So, that's kind of meh to me. Her NE7 though, monster type enemies attack and INT with 14% reduced is good. Good. I like that. Could even use that in PvP. So then you can tank all that shit. But then again, it's only for monster types. Her first ability inflicts forget to one enemy. That's kind of bleh. I'd like it more if it was AoE. And then she has a single attack party boost of a water attack called Sea Spear Blowfish Needle. Party's defense and resistance go up 15%. Okay. And then her NE3 power against monster type enemies plus 10% to herself? Yeah, okay. She becomes more damaging to monsters. I wish that was to all the party. So then your DPS could get extra crit damage type stuff on them. But no. Yeah, she's not awful, but like, impressive to me. But here, let's talk about someone who is impressive. Well, still keeping to the summer theme. And that would be Beach Lucy! I mean, look at that. On that image alone, you summon. I don't care if she sucks or something. No, you summon because of that. She doesn't suck. Let's see. She is a gun wielder. If she's on the team, all allies, regardless of who it is, get 12% more basic stats. Nice. If you any her up once, all allies, the more surviving allies dealt damage dealt up to 18% for 5 allies. Okay. So we're all bringing in the damage if she just exists. Any 5, all allies again. If self is equipped with a gun, which why would she not be? Attack and resistance for everybody goes up by 20%. And any 7, all allies, if 5 or more surviving allies exist, everybody gets more action gauge by 100. Okay, so she is nothing but helpful to all allies. Her first move, though, is AoE and knocks down the enemy's attack by 10%. Okay. And then her next move powers up the party with healing them, and then giving them attack and defense buff of 20 to 25%, and then some random ally, okay, not that random, but someone you select, will have their evility seal removed, which is helpful as hell, because you can't block the ability seal unless you're, Xeno Sicily, and that's a stun yourself. And then she has her NE3 with a barrier reducer. Raid only if barrier count is 0. Oh. So if she uses this and there's no barrier on the raid boss at the time, their defense drops by 50%. Very, very useful. She's got Espor. No Mega Espor, sadly. Mega Braveheart, and yeah, okay. So she ain't bad. She's very boosty helpful. I want to use her on the team this month. And now we're down to our last 2. We've got a gorgeous banner unit. Lamington! I'm coming. Okay. The original Archangel himself, who will be here on the 17th to the 20th, because, you know, stupidly short, gorgeous festival banners. But given that he's a gorgeous unit, he's going to be crazy. 15 mil INT, but I don't think that's the reason why we want him. He is a magic monster type. He gives a defense and INT to all, doesn't matter who, for his leader skill, of 18%. And then if any enemies have resistance debuff at the start of turns, special skill damage jumps 60% to himself. Okay, so he wants to nuke. Any 5 self INT buff goes up by 35%. It just happens. There's no like prerequisite to that. That's good. And then there's any 7 self if 3 or more surviving allies start the turn with another 65% boost to himself for 1 turn. Okay. He wants to be DPS. Okay. His first move, though, is an AoE that reduces the resistance of the enemies by 10%, which is great because he's a magic type. And enemy buff effect slightly reduced. So... Good against raid bosses. Then he has Judgment, which is an S+ to the enemy and himself. If enemy has resistance debuff, skill power jumps up 10% for that. So he hates when people have, No, he likes when they have debuffs. And his first move will give that resistance debuff anyway. So, you do that as a combo. Then his Gospel of Armageddon at NE3 is a star type. He nukes the other team, and then he gives himself 30 to 45% INT and defense. Okay, nice. It's got Mega Magic Boost and Omega Wind. Where Omega Wind matters now because he's using his INT, so it could do some damage. And that is a Lamington. And we have one more unit coming out. And that would be... Supreme Etna! Now, she's not a gorgeous fist unit, but she is damn good in her own right. Let's go over her really quick. When her page loads, she is a spear unit. What else would she be? And she's human. 15 mil attack, so she can be used for like a long time anyway. Good. She's very resistant to wind for some reason. 75%, I noticed that. She doesn't block fire though, so if that matters to you. Anyway, king types get plus 18% all basic stats. Which is good, because you got stuff like Xeno Sicily that you can get boost that way. Then anyone at the start of battle gain attack debuff conversion state 3 times. I don't know what the hell that means. Attack debuff conversion state. I'll have to look into this when she comes out. Then at her NE5, if she has a spear equipped, like why wouldn't she be having it? Her special skill damage jumps 60%, so she's ripping people's faces off. And her NE7 self, if 3 or more surviving king type allies are at the start of the turn, she gets 70% more attack. Okay. Just throw her on a team of all kings, and she's the queen of everything. Wait. Oh, there's a note here. Attack debuff conversion. If she gets an attack debuff, it's inverted to a buff instead. Oh, okay. Now that makes better sense to me. Her NE1 protects her from getting debuffed and just buffs her instead. That's sweet. Okay, cool. So, okay, her skills. AoE. It doesn't tell me that there's an element attached, so okay, there's no element. But the party gets 5% more attack each time she uses it. Then she has her sexy beam that she can blow up the enemy with. That does minus 25 to 35% attack to the enemy. That's huge, actually. And plus 25 to 30% to the party. I like that. I like that a lot. You can stack both of that over and over and over again. And then her level 200 move is an AoE a nuke, but only helps herself. If one enemy has a defense debuff, attack and defense jumps 30 to 50%. Ooh, so you use this one right after you use Sexy Beam, and then another boost for you. And her ND3 is, of course, an S+. Wind move to a single enemy. Then she boosts herself. If enemy has defense debuff, skill power plus 10%. That could be devastating. I'm more of a fan when you like have to throw SP into your character for the last move, and if it's 100% SP, boom! It doesn't matter what the enemy has, but yeah. And then she has Mega Stun, which I don't see on many characters, which can paralyze the entire enemy team. And Mega Armor Break and Mega Speed Boost. And that is our queen. That we have to wait until the 23rd for. Hooray! Okay, Etna. Poof. We get one story event for the summer that I noticed. So you do have a chance to get some quartz before she shows up. And then there's another raid. I don't know who we fight in this one. It says Swimsuit Prinny, but it could be, I don't know, Swimsuit Raspberry right there for all I know. But who to aim for? I'd say Lucy. Duh. Etna. Lamington. But Calamity Adele is just there to blow all your quartz before all this stuff happens. He's in an Overlord Fest. You'll have plenty of chances to get him. Unless you're building a fist team and you don't really care about what's over here. So in that way, the ball's in your court. But me, preferably, I'm more like Swimsuit and then Etna. That's what this month is to me. Okay, this video has been going on way too long. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe. Even though, you know, I don't make any money off of this anyway. Or leave a comment. That actually does a lot more for me. Tell me you learned nothing. See ya.